We're semi-macro video today. This is a little different than the last macro video. This one's with a 300mm lens and a barrel extension. Let's go look at what is happening in the urban jungle or the urban garden, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go look at small things in cracks and things that we've talked about on this videos before. But I've never done one like this, so I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to do it and we'll see how it looks. And how come every time I get on camera, this gets more wrinkled? What's that all about? So, let's start off with this batch of baby tears here in California. They're growing on a concrete wall. Isn't that interesting how they can do that? Grow right out of concrete when it only rains about 3 months out of the year, but they survive. We've got a long way up to go to finish this video. Some very small plants live on steps. They have to adjust to the most extremes, but they do it. Stuff that gets abandoned. The more it's been abandoned, the higher the grasses grow, the higher they go, until they completely take over. They're some of the first plants that take over abandoned areas. There's a small plant growing out of an old brick wall here in San Francisco. Maybe we should look and see what's growing in the streets. Various lichens and mosses live in almost every crack here in San Francisco. And here's what it looks like up close. And sometimes you just live in the worst of places, but that's where you were born. So you just have to put up with it and learn to live there. So the next time you think life's hard, think of these small plants and how hard life is for them. Chemicals of all kinds, vehicles, weight, sweepers. In nature, these plants look a little different. They grow a little differently, they're more spread out, but in geological terms, these plants have learned to adapt very well to urban life. In the cracks and crevices, you can really tell how they change from one thing to another. You know that most big life has little life living on it or in it. Mammals, trees, plants, everything living has other things living on it or in it. This big eucalyptus tree is no exception. Here's a lot of the very same plants that I showed you before that were living in the cracks. In their natural state, they live on trees. And I'm showing you the east side of the tree, so that BS about moss only grows on the north side of trees is just BS. It grows on all sides. It just prefers the shadier sides. As you can see, in nature, these plants grow just fine inside the cracks as well. And these little things here carry life on top of San Francisco Bay. Here in an old rotted stump, you can see the old termite holes are now gardens with mosses and lichens. Here's fungus growing on this log. Now this fungus will grow here for a short time, then die, and the spores blow away or get rubbed away or carried away by bugs, and it will spread. But as you see, this one seems to go from right to left. So I think this will conclude this macro video. They're very difficult to do, I've noticed. Took quite a bit of time just to do this one. One of many, I hope. Now it'll be interesting to see what the growth is like during the summer months. You get more ferns and that type of thing. So I definitely appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers, and until next time.